Hey folks, welcome to my coronavirus hoarding video, aka stockpiling. That's the politically correct term. So about a week ago, I kind of decided that I thought this thing was getting a little out of control. Um, Now I'm not in the age range of someone who's going to be vulnerable to this disease as to take my life, but that's not really what I'm concerned about. More what I was concerned about is the panic. So I knew people were going to panic. They're going to start hoarding things. Certain essentials might become hard to come by. So what I went ahead and did is last weekend, I went to Lowe's and I got the cheapest 8 cubic foot chest freezer I could find, which is about $260. And I stocked it up with meat and vegetables. So I bought these bins on Amazon. I found another video that was pretty handy on YouTube. And so these are actually recycled containers, but they have nice little handles here. So I've got chicken, and I've got pork, and underneath this one I've got whole nother one full of beef, mainly just ground beef. What I did is I went to Walmart and my local grocery store, HEB, and bought all the meat that was about to expire. So it was a little cheaper, and threw it in here. Bought a thermometer, bacon. The thermometer, you can see it's at about 5 degrees. So, and then I bought a ton of vegetables. So you can see here I've got 3 of these full things full of vegetables. So right now I'm guessing, so if I pull out like one of these chicken thighs, right, there's 10 pieces in here. Normally like 2 would make a meal plus rice and veggies. So that's 5 meals right there. And there's 3 of them there. And those are the small ones. I've got the bigger ones underneath. I've got a whole chicken that I got as well. These right here are much larger. So there's chicken, all sorts of drumsticks, wings, thighs. I got the stuff with the skin when I could, just because that's a little more caloric, and it's cheaper too. So that's double helps. I got sausage down here, all sorts of pork, pork chops. So definitely a ton of food. I think right here, for, I don't know, there's at least a 90-day supply here of meat. So in addition to this, I bought a couple of 5-gallon jugs of water from the local water store. Now those, if you don't already have the jugs, they're $20, but after that it's $2 to refill them. And I don't plan on using them. I have filtration in the house. This is just a last resort kind of scenario. And I also bought, some more bottled waters as well. But we'll go inside now and I'll show you the food choices that I got and why I chose them. Hey folks, welcome to part 2 of my video. Here I'm going to show you the stuff I bought for the inside of the house for my coronavirus prep. We'll go through what I bought, what I chose to buy, or the reasons I chose to buy it, and what I think you should buy. So first we'll go over what I got for as far as breakfast. So I bought a shelf here from Lowe's that holds 200 pounds. I don't have a lot of pantry space. I have a small loft apartment. So I went ahead and bought a shelf, and I bought, 6 boxes of this high protein banana nut oatmeal. And then I bought 2 48 size packs of oatmeal. I've already been eating on them. And also have pancake mix. All these you can cook with just water. So easy peasy. You don't need milk like you do for cereal. You can eat them with milk, of course, but milk might not be easily available. You can't go get it, even if you're not supposed to leave the house. So this is why I chose these items in particular for my breakfast. So once again, oatmeal and pancake mix. Okay. All right. As far as the next batch of the stuff I have on my shelf, at least, I have rice. About 30 pounds of rice, various brands. I usually go for a little more gourmet style rice, which you might see when I show you my pantry. But in this case, I figured we're just stocking up. Let's buy the 5-pound, 3-pound bags of just whatever's available. So that's what I did. And that, counting what I already have, is about 30 pounds. Okay, so also bought this right here. These 2 boxes are dried mashed potatoes. All you gotta do is add hot water. There's 70 servings in this, okay? So I figured with my meat, I don't have to eat rice every day. I can do potatoes as well, just to kind of mix it up. And because, this stuff might get boring. Next, I have the ramen noodles. And then I have about 10 pounds of pasta of dried spaghetti and the spaghetti sauce. Also, I have a dried butter, which basically you add water to this. It'll make you butter. I'm planning on only using this for any kind of recipes I might need. I also have one for milk coming this week. Same thing. I'm not going to be drinking it. I'm going to be using it for food prep if I need it. So I'll just have it there. Okay, now let me show you what I got in my pantry here. So I didn't buy a lot of canned veggies because I had bought so many frozen. And the frozen, I feel like there's a lot more to it for about the same price, really. So, but I did buy some different kinds of green beans, corn. These are all corn. These are all green beans. And I bought a bunch of black beans with jalapenos. That's really good on rice and real simple and easy to make. Basically, you can cook a pot of rice, and when the rice is about 5 minutes from being done, crack this open, put this on top, put the lid back on the rice, and when you're done, it's all nice and hot all together. So super easy to make. Tastes great. And also bought an extra syrup in case I do make any of that spaghetti. And I have some flour and basic baking stuff I already had back there. We'll talk about that in a second. This is the cornbread I usually buy. I really like cornbread, so I usually buy 1 or 2 of these every time I go to the grocery store. I cook them in my cast iron skillet in my oven. But you'll see here it requires milk and eggs. Okay, so those are kind of things that we might run out of and we won't have access to if we're not supposed to leave the house. So I found a substitute. Okay, this one requires milk or water. So water only. You'll see a theme here. Most of my foods require water only. That's a big key here, okay? And as far as what else you can make, you can see some of the other rices I have, couscous, and these are more gourmet rices I was talking about earlier. But one of the things you can do if you're out of bread, if I run out of this or whatever, is you can take that flour, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of oil, and you can make yourself, and some water, of course, and you can make yourself some flour tortillas. All right, they're only good for about a day, but they're super easy to make. Tons of videos on that on YouTube. And all right, so we'll go down here and we'll show you my nuts and trail mixes. So this is a lot of dried fruit in these bad boys here. Some of these have a little bit of chocolate in there too for your sweet tooth. But basically about all these, just kind of supplement that part of your diet, okay? And I also bought... I have dog food down under here. I bought 2 extra 30-pound bags of dog food. All right, and so we'll show you my seasonings here. Okay, so first you're gonna need oil, of course, to cook with, and I have different kinds up here. I got some of these granola bars for a snack. Also, you can snack on the trail mixes. I bought a couple extra packs of my favorite chicken seasoning, which is this chicken rub here from Fiesta brand. And then you're gonna need lots of salt and pepper, okay? And I have your other accoutrement here. I've got a rice cooker that's really helpful. And then here's what I do to filter water in the house, okay? So it's a Brita filter, it's the large one they have. I have a couple extra filters for it. You basically fill this thing up a couple times and it'll fill the whole thing up. And it's great for cooking, real easy that way. If you want to fill up like your pot, you can pull this whole thing off, dump it straight into your pot, and you got enough water to make spaghetti. So real easy. And again, so let's talk about how much I spent on this. I probably spent between $200 and $300 between the meat and all of this you see here, all the canned foods, all the oatmeal and everything. So honestly, I think if I stick to this diet, even if the quarantine doesn't get too bad, I'm going to end up saving quite a bit of money in the long run doing it this way. Like a lot of money, like hundreds of dollars probably. So it's really not that big a deal. The problem is at this point, is it too late to get a lot of this stuff? Well, I'll tell you where I got: Walmart and then my local grocery store. Walmart had a lot of the rice and the spaghetti stuff. The things that people were buying were like toilet paper and stuff like that. And honestly, you don't need a ton of toilet paper unless you're one of those people that, wraps your hand, 50 times before you wipe. I understand, teach their own with that, but I think a couple rolls can last a single guy a month easy. So I bought one pack of toilet paper and I think I'll be good as far as that goes. But yeah, that's what I want you to focus on, is buy things that you can cook with just water. Okay. So imagine all the meat I had in my fridge, all the oatmeal, all the breakfasts you got there. You got the pancakes to mix it up on the weekends. You got potatoes to mix up that starch if you're getting tired of rice, and the spaghetti too for an occasional big mix up there, and some lunches here. One of the things I would recommend doing, I bake most of my chicken. So what I do is let's say you saw those big packs of chicken I had out in the freezer. What I'll do is I'll take one out, I'll thaw it out overnight. Then the next morning I will take out Ziploc bags, the small freezer kind, and I will put in 2 day portions in each bag, which is usually 3 or 4 pieces of meat. Okay, and then I will zip those closed, put them in my freezer here. And once they're in my freezer here, then I can take them out 1 day at a time to thaw it overnight, and the next day it'll be ready to cook for the evening, okay? And so I'll have 2 full meals there. You cook 1 cup of rice. One cup of uncooked rice makes 2 very large portions of rice, and that's the way I eat it. But honestly, you could probably stretch it between 4 people, 1 cup of cooked rice. And same thing with the veggies. I can open a pack of the veggies outside, or I can open a can. A can can last for 2 meals, or you can open up a pack of veggies outside, and that'll last 4, 5, 6 meals. And I'll just do that. I'll keep a system. I'll just keep rotating all that through. So pop any questions you have down below. I will be more than happy to help answer any questions you guys might have. And stay safe and spend your money wisely. All right. Thanks, people. Bye.